Okay, we start our session. We're going to first sing three songs together. All these songs are written and composed by our Margaret. They are embedded with high positive energy, so I encourage you along, sing along, so that we can actually um, en- enhance our energy for tonight, so that we can resonate together later. Alright, so the first song we're going to bring to you is Because
of the sun, life is bright and shining. The world is happy, everything is lively. Because of the sun, I become stronger. Because of the sun, I find my direction. Because of the sun, I have clarity. Because of the sun, I regain my peace. Because of the sun, I let go my pain. Because of the sun, I rise and shine. Because of the sun, we have abundance and hope in life. To fulfill the hopes and dreams that we once had. This love touches us deeply. Ever since then, the sun is with us everywhere. This resonance is a brand new experience which creates amazing life stories. We are extremely lucky, extremely fortunate. Because of the sun, life becomes glorious. Hope all of us can resonate and enjoy this feeling every moment. Let's spread love to the world to allow more people to benefit. Because of the sun, life becomes prosperous. Because of the sun, I accelerate. Because of the sun, future's in my hands. Because of the sun, I'm motivated. Because of the sun, I am amazed. Life with the sun, I feel free. Sun within me, life is eternity. Sun in my heart, my wishes come true. Sun in my soul, I rise and shine. Blessings from the sun, I sing with my heart. Because of the sun, life is so completed. Grateful to the sun, my love to the sun. Because of the sun, love in harmony.
because of the sun, life is bright and shining. The world is happy, everything is lovely. Because of the sun, I become stronger. Because of the sun, I find direction. I have clarity. I regain my peace. Because of the sun, I rise. Yes, all of my much of love for the best.
Offering the prayer of love, wishing everybody well. Worry free till the end of time. More fortune than you need, mind and body never aged, filled with sweetness and joy, forever blessed till the end of time. World peace and bright sunshine, man and woman happy and free, abundance of virtue, blissful joy, love is found everywhere. The beauty of hills and oceans makes you smile forevermore. Embrace the love to infinity, having peace and serenity. Embrace the prayer of love. Prayer of offering the prayer of love, wishing everybody well. Worry free till the end of time. More fortune than you need, mind and body never age, filled with sweetness
free of love, wishing everybody well. Worry-free to the end of time. More fortune than you need. A mind and body never age. Filled with sweetness and joy forever blessed to the end of time. And this must always embrace this blessing and most importantly, use this blessing. So let's sing the next song together. Come on.
日月万里行，精彩的历经，只记住清醒，都已为决定。千年的安排，指引着安宁，永恒的爱，装进生命。简单调着心，失传万年情。拨开枫叶尽，缠绵的大厅，如梦的波平，开创着曾经永恒的爱，装进生命。多少个天明，总期待爱不要停，百川牵着数天行，哭笑间都是命，每一串前情，寻找着爱的云明，来定定。简单调着心，失传万年情。拨开枫叶尽，缠绵的大厅，如梦的波平，开创着曾经永恒的爱，装进生命。多少个天明，总期待爱不要停，百川牵着数天行，哭笑间都是命，每一串前情，寻找着爱的云明，来定定。爱的幸福经，万事兴，永恒的爱，天地在运行，服下这一定，圆满千万境，永恒的真爱要装进生命。爱的幸福经， 下这一定，圆满千万计，永恒的真爱要装进生命。爱的幸福经，万事兴，永恒的爱，天地在运行，服下这一定，圆满千万计。永恒的真爱要装进生命，永恒的爱不要停。丰盛着生命，刻画着精明，永恒的真爱要装进生命，永恒的真爱要装进生命。
The sun and moon travel far and wide through a life of different journeys, gathering blessings along the way, all because of one decision. A plan from 1,000 years ago is yes, of course. Our idea is that by a number of song, we will sing it in there at the time. What they want to remind us that with love, we are all so touched. And of course, first of all, my good evening, everybody. Good evening. First of all, my gratitude to Master Tetsun, gratitude to the universe, and gratitude to the Almighty Sun, and of course, today is an important day. You know why? Today is Thanksgiving. It's a day of Thanksgiving. So let's turn around and tell your neighbor, I'm grateful for you. Grateful, everyone. Yes, just remind each other at every moment we need to be grateful. My name is Eileen and I'm the host tonight, and let's pass the mic to my co-host. Thank you, Eileen. Our deeper gratitude to Master Tetsun, gratitude to our Sun, and gratitude to everyone's here tonight. Welcome to our reading class tonight. Superlight secret codes that teaches people how to control our life to achieve endless abundance and success. Superlight secret code is a life energy management system to help us to reset, reprogram, and supercharge of our life. Thanks to everyone here to resonate our positive energy and reading with our master books together. Alright, thank you. Alright, thank you, Rebecca, for the introduction. First of all, before I start the session for tonight, may I know who is joining us for the very first time in our session? Serene is not the second time, right? And this young gentleman? Hi. Oh, wow. Check your parents are. Hi, can I get your name? Ben. Right, nice to meet you. And of course, for the rest of us, we know each other. But every day, no matter how well we know each other, we still need to send love and gratitude to everyone. So first of all, please allow me to first introduce our Master Tetsun. Master Tetsun is a world-leading expert in energy management, a renowned speaker, a top-selling author, a humanitarian, and a Nobel Peace Prize nominee. He's also the founder of Future's Life, a personal and professional growth and wellness center, teaching people self-healing and life mastery. Master Texan has trained high-tech executives, CEOs, government officials, doctors, and tens of thousands of people worldwide. In 2010, he wrote his first book, Super Life Secret Codes, a life manual that reveals the secret codes of managing energy to create a super extraordinary life. This book has become a global sensation and transformed people's lives all over the world. Since then, Master Sun has written over 70 books now and given tens of thousands of lectures and consultation. His book Say No to Depression is a breakthrough in mental health and has been recognized and endorsed by Western and Chinese doctors to help people overcome chronic depression, anxiety, insomnia, and other mental health problems. Master Sun's energy management system teaches people to mobilize their innate natural ability to become a self-generator of positive energy so that they can recharge and take control of their lives. Grateful to Master Sun, who has founded the Richest Life organization. And at this moment, I'd just like to gently remind each and every one of us, in this community, we want to promote simplicity and purity. So please refrain from any business transaction among each other, refrain from any money-related issue, and most of all, I'd like to invite you all to give yourself a chance to see how this system can actually help overcome their challenges. And in order to do that, you need to have mindset switch, right? I'm sure for those who have been with us for a while, we know what is called mindset switch, but sometimes it's still difficult to achieve, right? Correct? Sometimes still difficult, right? Because we are all human. So that's why we need to keep coming to class, keep resonating, and keep being in the right community of people. That's very important because only when we stay around with people with high positive energy, we'll be happy. You alone happy is surrounded by hyper or sad people, also, unless you are so power charged up. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it. Maybe around the 100 people who is not feeling happy, we are serving to sing a song. Look at her voice just now. And when she was singing, I was imagining maybe one day she could sing for us. Yeah, that's always possible. Right, so never underestimate how we can contribute to this community. But what's most important is we ourselves need to upgrade so that we can add value to our life and we can add value to other people's life. Alright, so let's Rebecca take on for us for the reading session.
Yes, we are bringing to our first book, Superlife Secret Codes. Today we are having two books, and the other one is Say No to Depressions, and the Say No to Depression we just started for the first 18 pages. And welcome, Yvonne San. Yeah, welcome to our Singapore. I think he's back, he's based in overseas, right? Yes, welcome everyone's here tonight. And then we are going to start on our first book. Let's us read together on the front page and the back of the book. Just to let everyone know that Superlife Secret Code is not a religion, so it's a scientist proven that is talking about positive energy. So don't worry about any religion related. Alright, we are going to start. Everyone have the page and yeah, Superlife Secret Codes, the key to unlock your life by Master Texan. The book contains simple ideas with the power to resolve all your problems and revolutionize your understanding. Whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, or anyone with a different faith or spiritual practice, we all face daily challenges in our unique journey of life. Superlife Secret Codes is your compass. The secret codes in this book transcend the boundaries of religion and speak to you from the vast universe. It will end your struggles and bring forth an eternal spiritual life full of happiness and wisdom. This book will illuminate your future like the bright sun and bring rich abundance into your life. The soul will echo with the vibrations of the cosmos. These secrets from nature will guide you to be empowered from the infinite cosmic energy and transform the blueprint of your life, embracing the happiness generated by the Superlife circles. We are to our page 151. This is on the new chapter of chapter 40, Speaking Stills with the Universal Energy. We are going to invite our reading angel, Jing Mei, and then Clara to read our page. 第152页.
Okay, Karen, let's start.
Special note. This book was written in August of 2010. In the past 2 years, reports of natural disasters around the world have been a daily occurrence. This has caused a social fatigue because the public has become numb from the constant bombarding of negative news. When a disaster happens, everyone shows their immediate sympathy, but a few days later, everyone's life goes back to normal and everyone acts as if the disaster never occurred. When an earthquake of magnitude of 7 or higher happened in the past, people around the world would be shocked and would actively provide aid to the victims of the earthquake. But with the increasing rate of this disastrous event, although there are people who still have sympathy and take action to help, you will notice that things have slowly changed. The love and compassionate spirit people once possessed has been due to the frequency of this disaster, and because people have a higher tolerance for disaster before they start offering their help. The paramount reason for this loss of sympathy is a statistical fact that the total number of disasters just in the last 2 years has exceeded the number of occurrences in all of human history. People feel helpless with this change in the frequency of disaster, and they can only provide help within their ability. Some can only offer emotional sympathy. Some can donate financial support, and others can provide physical support in the relief effort. Other than that, we have yet to see a global organization taking the action to confront the actual problem. By studying this natural occurrence, we should try to reduce the cause of these events and find ways to prevent them from happening repeatedly. What is the most effective prevention for this natural disaster? Currently, most organizations blame this disaster on global warming, and no one is willing to dig deeper to understand other possible reasons that might be causing mankind to regret its responsibility of taking care of the planet. When people hear about global warming, all they can do is reduce carbon dioxide emissions and pollutants. They think by doing so, they have already done their part in saving our planet. But there are so many people that are still clueless and lost, not knowing what role they should play in restoring a peaceful environment. When people desperately wish to find a solution, they constantly look for information that will possibly give them the solution to this worldly disaster. But what people find are mostly about how to love the earth or information from ancient records and myths. When they are ready to help, the frequency of disaster around the world increase again and generate more confusion and doubt amongst the inhabitants of Earth. Ultimately, people learn to face these repeated occurrences with numbness and insensitivity because all their action and effort have failed, and that they do not have the real solution to the problem. With such sense of failure, people eventually choose to ignore and resign from taking any action in protecting our planet. If this trend continues, the fall of human morale will only lead to more drastic changes on Earth.
Recently, many people have asked me why 2012 will really be full of terrible natural disasters. Watching them worry helplessly, I believe that it is time for me to apply all my efforts in reaching out to the people of the world, helping them to achieve the right mindset and utilize the most effective ways with the shortest period of time to welcome the bright new future. No more meaningless slogans without action, or a passive mentality in facing the uncertainties of 2012. If you ask me whether 2012 will be the end of the world, my only answer is that the key factor lies on the actions we take now. When natural disasters occurred in the past, people around the world would take actions to fundraise, offer physical help in the disaster area, and send in loads of relief aid. Once everything settled, people started to investigate the reasons for the occurrence of the disaster. What have we learned from these events and what directions should we take in the future? It seems that in facing all these realities, we still have not found the truth and direction, and we still lack the love and gratitude that we should have for the universe and nature. Love and gratitude are still the most important lessons that all humanity needs to study and grasp. Is 2012 a myth, or is it a reality about to happen? Can humanity safely survive the new era? In order to get an answer, we need to start now. We need to teach everyone love and gratitude and invite the entire planet to have a tranquil mind and truly feel the affection contained within these two secret codes. We do this so that we can walk hand in hand and change the problems before the arrival of 2012 and completely erase all of our worries and anxiety from the deepest part of our hearts. Scientists resort to global warming as the reason for all these increased natural catastrophes. If we could all appreciate and embrace the love and gifts bestowed to us by nature and transform this love into loving more people and other living creatures, then we would not have the heart to destroy our planet and pollute our environment, nor would we hurt others for our own selfish reasons. When one person holds this belief, then many others will follow. And as this collective belief spreads around the globe, we can all generate positive energy. The aggregation of our positive energy can help eliminate the negative energy and problems around the world. If the different organizations around the world can truly embrace the importance of love and gratitude and seek support from wealthy categories of private citizens, then we can effectively bring about change. People would be encouraged to put more effort into saving our planet, and then we can have a healthy planet and reduce global disasters. Modern telecommunication connects the world together and at the same time facilitates the spread of panic with regard to the prophecy of 2012. I know that there are many people in the world who are researching the truth behind 2012, and I hope that you will be a hero by leading the world into the new era. When I see the world falling apart and human kindness slowly disappearing, my heart sinks even deeper. To see what will happen in our future, I use my knowledge to reach the universe energy cascade. It is difficult to describe and explain this dimension, but there is an area which resembles a computer capable of virtually extrapolating the future and providing possible outcomes and answers for future events. Yes, thank you, our angels. Now, maybe on the page, recall what Master said to us on Sunday. He mentions that everyone needs to read the books immediately. Don't just listen and then never follow. The books actually written a lot of important things. Previously, I used to hear Chloe mentions reading and listening to Master music and books. You need to restore it. Now I realize that yes, Master words and everything's music is embedded with love and gratitude with positive energy. What Master always said, do see, do in. So every time when we read, we have to restore it. Yes, and Master way of teaching and what we learn, Master want us without needing to be too complicated. He want us to to make it simple sense. More practice, always focus on helping others. Yes, we always help others in a correct way. We learn in SLSC the code, we give our reasons to do our correct way. But the most important is that we have to often change ourselves.
Without changing ourselves, we won't be able to move on. Yes, with positive energy, we mix a lot of people resonates together. And what Master said, 德资粮要够, cultivating on ourselves and gain on our merit. If without the 德资粮, we have problems, we don't have enough of these merits to fight our problems. So each time we learn this, we actually give a lot of positive energy, send a lot of love and gratitude. Just the two secret words. Yes, and then we will dedicate ourselves to spiritual practice, doing more on our love and gratitude, collecting on our habits and influence the flow of the heaven and the earth. The people and things around us will slowly change. Yeah, that's what we learn from Master, and the book Master wants us to actually resonate together, and love and gratitude will help each other. Thanks, Irene.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, our lead angel. In fact, every time I read this chapter, I always think back of what Master said at the beginning of this year, right? So back then in 2012, I think a lot of people is celebrating the World Cup. And we all know we are really one small fly in the whole universe, in the whole horizon. So what we can do is really need to impact more people. So 2025 started this year very rocky, right? Within the first 5 days of the year, there was really like 2 or 3 plane crashes, and then it's like Master was telling us that this year is going to be very happening. I remember he told us that. And then around somewhere coming to the mid of the year, some things have changed because I think humans probably understand a little bit more what we need in terms of humanity, but yet it's still not enough. There's so many things out there. So we are not in the capacity to control natural disaster, but we are in the capacity to do good things, right? We're in the capacity to help bad things to happen, right? We can help cultivate other people by sharing with them what are the things that we should do, right? So simple sharing of that degree is also very important because degree teach us the student rules, right? Teach us how to be a good person. Sometimes after before supervised legal code, we already thought we are very good. But after we come to supervised legal code, when we go to this, I think after the first 2 chapters, we cry. Already down there, we can think. It's like, no, did I ever think about how my parents would feel? Did I ever call them regularly to check on them? Because parents are always telling us, it's okay to you to come back. It's okay, you're busy. But actually, deep inside their heart, they misses us a lot. So sometimes one phone call away is a small gesture, but sometimes in the true reality, some people don't want to call home because they know they call home and they get scolded, right? Like Esther, right? When she has problem with her mother, she don't even want to call. Because one call maybe out of goodwill, she wants to say, 你吃了吗? But that one call maybe 被骂，还没有吃的吗？还没有吃怎么会接你电话？ It could be this kind of response, Yeah, but because you see, when you are standing using Master's method, that's when the simple essential step 1, 2, 3. How Esther overcome the relationship with the mother. Things have changed, right? So everything starts with ourselves. If you don't help ourselves, nobody can help us. If nobody can help us, the universe can't help us. So it's really start from self-help, even self-help. So I always think that we are really far too away from helping the world because imagine, do you think you can go to Qatar, to go and be volunteer? Honestly, I confess, I think I cannot. I still cannot reach that stage. I'm going to go there and stay in the place. But I know I can do other things that can help save the corner of our earth. At least if we are in Singapore, we are near to Malaysia, we can help people around here stand more love and gratitude. And this is really proven in our system. Alright, so today our first sharer is a very young lady. And this one was looking how he suddenly grew so tall. Yeah, compared to the last time we saw it, so that we always have that big dance with the parents, they all sometimes we feel and I always feel that she brings so much joy in it. She's been smiling since the moment she walked to the class. So yeah, so let's pass the mic over to our beautiful Sami.
Ready for Master Tetsan, and hi everyone, I'm Serene.
Hello.
And Yes, first not because I usually share in Chinese, so maybe my English sharing is not that expressive and good, so I'm sorry about that. So I'll start sharing from my academic. So this year is my freshman year in secondary school, and I just started Sec 1. So the jump from primary 6 to Sec 1 is a huge gap, and it's find it really tough to catch up. So for my first time practice for math and English, I failed. But I didn't just dwell on my mistake because Pastor always said need to shift our mindset and also perspective. So I changed. I think that, oh wow, this is a really great chance for me to learn and move on. Because Pastor got like 12 课程 and also many books and 共修课. So after attending many of them, I applied all the methods in my real life learning, and eventually for my semester 1 results, I got A1 for all my subjects. And for end of year, I got A1 for my maths. And also more of friendship problems. So in this year, I will make many friends, and also friends must have conflicts what. So I got conflicts with one of my best friend, and we both didn't talk to each other for like months, like about 3 months. And I actually want to, what can I say, win her back. I actually want to like still make friends with her. So I went to, the card that was pastor always have, the choke card. So I just dug it out of my mother's drawer, and I used the 得奖女人花 because it seems I'm more like relatable to my situation. So I just take a one card, and on the card it says remember to compliment others. Then I said, oh, this must be a way to like solve our conflicts. So I just found out the chance that I just found out that my best friend, the one I've conflict with, also went into student council. And I just take a chance, I message her and I say, oh, congrats, you also get into student council. And she replied me, and we just continue to talk, and eventually our conflicts just resolved. Spot. And sorry, I forgot what I actually said. Okay, talking about student council. So this year I tried student council because it's a really prestige leadership in my school. So I passed the first round and I went into the final interview. So the interview goes, there are a group of 5 to 6 people, and our teachers, the student council teachers, will choose based on our performance in the interview. So the thing is, they will give us a scenario, and we will need to answer like how will we react in that scenario. So for the first question, when I was still possessed the how can I answer this, the rest of my group mates already like raised hand, oh teacher, I know they already answered. So I immediately know that I missed the first chance, so it's very hard to like impress the teachers. So I'm the last one. Like the feeling of when you think of the new ideas and they just set it out. Like then at me at the last, I really have nothing to say. So I just say what is in my heart. I told the teachers, sorry teachers, I think that all the points have they have just mentioned. Then the teachers suddenly laugh. There's a teacher suddenly laugh, and he actually loosened the tense atmosphere. So I feel not that stressed. Then suddenly I had an idea in my head. Then I just said it. I just continue the answering the question, and eventually the interview went smoothly, and I actually went into student council. So I also forgot.
Share. Serene, you talk about your school and then how is your result? Yes.
Academic. Wait, so like few months back, I got online parents teacher meeting, and my geography teacher actually said something about me because at the start of the year, I volunteered myself to be a geography representative because I actually found geography interesting, but now I don't know. Actually, found it hard. Then I studied geography. Then because master always said we need to 严以待己，宽以待人. And my class, they are kind of lousy in geography. They kind of don't want to make effort. So I always try my best to encourage them. And I will say now I will keep all my notes and I will also like try to conclude all the homework for them. And before our final end of the exam, I message the class and say, guys, let's not be stressed. Tomorrow just do our best. And yeah, I think that I'm really happy that I helped them. And my geography teacher told my parents that he said I am a very respectful respectful student towards my peers and also teacher. Yeah, even though I thought he would comment on my study, but he comment on my yeah, so that's all for my sharing. Thank you.
In fact, comparing her sharing, we have definitely talked about it. I remember when she first shared, when she was young, she's actually an introvert. She don't have many friends, right? Back then, she was quiet, she got no friends. But look at her now. She is already demonstrating a lot of leadership skill. She's a cheerleader to the team, right? She's able to, speak the right things to cheer everybody up, where she knows that her peers are not into the pressure. So a lot of changes come from ourselves. And yes, in fact, she's very right. When we have a problem, it's either we go pick a card or we turn to any page of the book. Then your answer may be there. Then maybe something that you are saying. Also now I understand and says that as we diligently cultivate and connect with the universe, our plans will manifest more readily. Exactly. So when we are able to put everything into practice, as what Master always reminds us, do fast. No point coming to study group, no point coming to Sunday master 公修课, mark attendance, go home, everything wrong. Forget. Right? So we really can't do that. Because that's where we need to give ourselves a test. Everything that we do, every words that we say, we have to try our best to deliver it in the right manner. As she mentioned just now, the teacher at the parents conference, instead of commenting on the grades, commenting on the attitude. This is something very, very important. And in fact, 蔡宇轩老师弟子规 already taught us. Their parents were comparing, your kid A1, you might B2, I mean B3, A1, A2, B3. So all this comparison will only stress the children further and also stress you as a parent further. So in fact, I do agree, especially in today's society, bringing up the children that the person has got a right attitude is more important than any academic stuff, right? So yeah, I mean we have saw so much in the news. There are people who are so well educated but still they are committing crime, right? There are so people who are so educated but still they are drugs because they are probably not in the right community. So academic results doesn't prove how valuable is this person. Right? But if you have a good academic result, a good attitude, of course, then the best academic. Then we have to capitalize on it and bring even more value to the society. Right, Rebecca?
Yes, each time I follow Serene because each year she shared she got a different gift from the universe, and she is the 大宝 from 美宝. So I was inviting Serene to share. I told 美宝 can come along and bring along 大宝 and 二宝. I think 二宝 is at home today. It's raining also. So very good sharing, and it actually help out for a lot of people who are still thinking don't know what to do or they are studying. And she came into the last cook with her mother. And there is a single mother when she came in Singapore. That's when I learned from her. When the beginning I start in our old classroom, I was sitting behind Mei-Pao. She is a person who sit down there when listen to master, and she didn't move at all for that 2.5 hours in the classroom. Then after that, when finished, she start to Rebecca, 可以知道吗？你可以分手吗？ So we start to we distribute book just at the Chinatown shop, the Chinatown point. So when the moments Taobao still in Malaysia, right? They are still not back in. They are not in Singapore yet. 2020. Ah, yes. So you can remember when the small little kids came in with primary school, which year you came into our primary school? P2. P2. Yeah, P3. And her academic is very, very good. You know what school she's in now? Nanxiao High School. Yeah. Initially, the mother was saying that wow, the Malaysian education in Singapore is so much difference. If without supervised secret code, I don't think she can climb that fast, right, Celine? Yeah. Oh, see her the way that she talk, and then she used to share. And lately I saw her sharing in her primary school, though. That's why I quickly pick up a call and call with her. Wow, very, very different that when we learning in supervised secret code, you don't expect a small kids like secondary, you can do a lot of introductions, sharing with her academic with the in the primary school. And she is actually now in set one, she back to primary school to do sharing. Yes. Yeah, you keep going on. Yeah. Thank you, Celine. Yes. All right. I think we have another sharer. So we invite Amanda to do some sharing too. Amanda, welcome. Oh, what she's 第几言语爱人，对吗？ Sometimes we also forget. You see, yeah, kids are learning very, very fast. Okay, Amanda, thank you.
Gratitude to Master Sun, gratitude to the universe, gratitude to the sun, and gratitude to everybody here in the classroom tonight. I'm Amanda, and I'll share some of my takeaways from the last few months. Yeah, so the first thing that I'll share is the 9 to 8 Shenqi Museum Ban event in KL in September. So I managed to invite my parents to come along with me to that event. So it was my first time attending a Chama event. Yeah, so I was quite surprised that uh, they were open and agreed to try it out. Yeah, yeah. I would say it was a journey of ups and downs because there was some maybe misalignment in expectations which had caused a bit of conflict between me and them along the way, yeah, like before the event or even like on the event day itself, yeah. But in the end, it all turned out well. Yeah, I think they were just open to seeing what comes up on the day itself. After the event, they maybe they were very sensitive to the energy changes, so they said it was okay. Didn't feel anything very scientific but another volunteer actually did another volunteer who was in my class did comment that the energy felt lighter after that, and actually I think immediately after that, I was like, maybe nothing happened for them. But in that night itself, and actually the next few days, and even up till now, I feel like the energy has shifted since that event. Yeah, I feel like they become less tense and stressed and more relaxed and happy. Yeah. So, yeah, and I think, oh, okay, maybe rewind a bit. So, like, um, okay, so actually 1 week ago, like exactly last Thursday, I heard that my younger sister and my mother had a conflict. It was over a very, very, very small matter. My sister got emotionally triggered and then there was a bit of friction between them. And when I heard my mother relate the incident, what happened to me, I in my head I was like, this kind of matter also can get upset. But I mean, I didn't say it, but in my head I was like that. But then in reflection, actually, I realized I used to be exactly like my sister, like just maybe like, 1 year ago, like 1+ year ago and before that time, I used to be very easily triggered by very small matters like that. Like, it's not really very logical, but just emotionally you get very triggered, yeah. But a very big miracle that happened to me in Chiang Mai was actually about 1 year ago in the big event last October. Yeah, so it was my second dancing photo. And after that day with the scene class, I felt like a lot of my, I don't know, maybe karmic, negative energy or whatever, got cleared such that a lot of things that used to trigger me from my parents and maybe my mother especially, like just didn't trigger me anymore. It was very miraculous because it wasn't like, nothing, there was no event happened, we didn't have any discussion or anything, but it's just energetically something just changed such that it's very harmonious. So that was the first turning point where my relationship with my mother improved a lot. And the next 1 year, like means last October until now, it's just kept improving gradually, like incident by incident. Yeah. So this July there was another event that caused me to have some major energetic shifts that further improved my relationship with my mom a lot. And so it went from not too good to already like quite a stable, harmonious relationship. But after this 928 event, I thought it went another level and became even better. Even when I thought it was like not too bad already compared to the original thing last time. Yeah. So yeah, and yeah. So after the event that night, I actually went to my parents' hotel room in KL, and then we had a bit of an unpacking session about what got from the event and everything. So that was quite nice. Like we got to like unpack our learnings together. And then after returning to Singapore, I also organized this reading session together. So we read the Child Teacher book chapters 1 to 7 in Mandarin. It was my first time reading the Mandarin version. So yeah, so we like took turns to read and we read through it. It was also a good experience. Yeah, and then I think like even these like shared experiences of attending the event together or reading the book together, it also was like a bonding time for us that we wouldn't have had otherwise. Yeah, so it was quite nice, like for us to have this new thing as well. Yeah, my parents are, I mean, they are non-religious and they don't follow any particular like system. Yeah, so I think they are maybe not ready to fully commit like trauma, but yeah, I guess they have their own ways of thinking, but they are also like I think can see my improvements coming in, so they are also quite supportive of me here. Yeah, and I think through the conflict that we had before and after the Yoga event, we also got to talk things out, and through that, we understood each other better. And I think from there, I also could see how actually my parents, even though they are not like official students of Chalma, they do practice quite a lot of the teachings in their lives also. So I think through that, then I also recognize their virtues that previously I did not recognize in them. Yeah, but I just didn't notice it or anything. But now that I'm more aware of it, then I have more like admiration and appreciation for their virtues. So it's also helped me develop more respect for them and also see them as like role models in ways that I never knew. Yeah, so I would say like for me personally, I think the biggest 礼物 or miracle for me since I joined Chama like about 1.5 years ago is really my uh, improved relationships with my family members. Because for the past like 5 years before that, I've been doing actually a lot of deep inner work, like healing, psychology, and that kind of thing. And I managed to heal a lot of my past energy blockages and become a lot more free as a person. But my biggest obstacle left that was still like a thorn in me that just kept triggering me was my relationship with my family members, like my parents and stuff. But since joining trauma, a lot of that friction just dissolved. And now it's like very harmonious at home. Like we have mutual trust and then like we are good to each other and like it's just very smooth. Like a lot of conflicts that we used to have just no longer there anymore. Yeah, of course, in some, so that's like the biggest thing, but of course there are also like small benefits along the way. Like every time I do the repentance and matchmaking, I feel a lot of relief and clearing. It's also a very good tool to just to solve any like blockages that come up. Yeah, so um, yeah, when there were a few times I was feeling suddenly very stuck, then I went to do that and I managed to like move clear it and move forward. Yeah. Mm. And then so there's another incident that happened like maybe 3 weeks ago. So I was meeting uh my friend come mentor, yeah, for a coaching session because I wanted to talk out and get some clarity over some points of confusion in my life. Yeah, so I arranged for a session to meet him to chat. Uh, yeah, he's a very busy person, so throughout the 1 week leading up to the meeting, he kept changing the date and time. Like every day will change, and then so it was a bit erratic, but I was like quite easygoing and that's very accommodating and meeting his because my schedule is more flexible, so I just like adapt. Yeah. Yeah. And then on the day itself, he was late. He postponed the time last minute on the day, and then he was late after. So so I was waiting for him at the cafe, and that day I got way too much sun exposure, like maybe 3 hours in a very hot sun, and I was feeling a bit of heat exhaustion, like physically unwell even. So I was in a very like even physically I was in a bit of a uh, like not normal state, like yeah, a bit dizzy and stuff. But anyway, when I was waiting in the cafe for him to finish his meeting, I did a meditation to connect with Master. Yeah, and when I was doing the meditation, I had some like inspiration, like maybe some downloads from Master or something. So in the meditation, I visualized like that friend coming, and then how I would like I probably knew he was going to say, "Oh, I'm sorry for being late" and stuff, and I visualized how I would respond to that in the visualization. So in the meditation, I saw myself um, uh, very like graciously just giving gratitude instead of blaming him for being late. But I know in real life, at least there's maybe a 70% chance my ego will come out and show my resentment for like, all the inconvenience. Yeah, but then so I was like in that moment I had a choice like which one am I going to choose? In the end I told myself, okay, I'm going to choose the put my ego down one. So indeed he came, he said sorry, everything, um, and I actually executed like that decision to like put my ego down, and I just thank him for making time for me despite his busy schedule, because he really is very busy and he could have just like not even cut out the time for me. And yeah, and in the end, like normally our session would be around 2 hours long, but that day it ended up being 4 hours long, and he very patiently like listened to me, talk about all my problems, and give me a lot of guidance and everything, which I really appreciated. Yeah, so I feel that, like it felt a bit of miracle to me, like just because I chose to be grateful, I felt like the energy kind of returned back, and he like I got more than I would have gotten if I didn't choose to be grateful. Yeah.
Alright, that's good. Okay. Alright, so due to time, we'll invite Amanda back again another round if there's more to share. Alright, thank you, Amanda. Yes, in fact, very happy for one and she is already right now a reading angel in Chinese class in LCC. So can you imagine the kind of progress that she has gone through? So all this is of course again its own decision. But then I just want to make a reminder to everyone, especially when we're inviting new people to join us for any big scale event. We are not in a position to promise someone else, oh, you sure gonna get this, oh, you sure gonna get that, alright? Because Master always reminded us, okay, because we just have to tell them, hey, there's such a concert, there's an energy lifting concert, all the songs can maybe help you cleanse your soul, maybe some of the songs, some of the lyrics can actually give you a tinkle of what you can do in life. And of course, the workshop could be something that you can actually experience it. And most importantly, if you can resonate with the master during the workshop, go back home and do some practices. That's all we will normally tell anyone who wants to like that. But we don't, because sometimes we are overly anxious. You know, only one person will say yes, go. Rebecca, you okay one? You sure can do this one. After the event, you will get this one. You sure can sell your house one. Never do that, right? Because we are not in the position to promise anyone the return that they will get, because all this return is really up to them, right? 天地要给，随时都会给；天地不给，随时都不会给。So, you know, the universe is also watching over us, right? So we cannot say that, oh, no way, they say I go attend the event only, I can skip already. Not true, we cannot guarantee anyone, because it's also whether this person has got enough blessings to receive what Master wants to transfer to us during the concert and also the workshop. So we need to be mindful about that. Okay, so all we need to do is just keep things simple. So if it happens that you have got anyone that you really think this person needs to attend December event, but yet you do not know how to encourage them, how to promote the event to them, then you can refer to any of the hosts to be more than happy to help you guide them. All right, Rebecca?
Yes, thank you, Eileen. Yeah, thank you, Amanda, and thank you, Celine, for the sharing. We are reading to our second book, Say No to Depressions. Let's read the front cover and the back of the book of the cover. Our reading angel, we start begins.
Super Life Secret Course. Say no to depressions. Everything you need to know about depressions, how to beat it. By Master Texas.
Super Life Secret Code. Say
no to depression. Shares everything about depression and advice that many understand illnesses and their root causes. If you do not change, energy will not shift. Ultimately, you will be stuck. Many people belong to a high-risk group that potentially can suffer from depression, and there is a good chance that you and I are one of them. The rapid modernization of society, which is not parallel to spiritual development, has caused more and more people to plunge into depression. This book provides the secrets and simple practice to activate your inner self-healing superpowers that will liberate you from years of sore energy and pain. At one time or another, about half of us will experience some kind of mental health or emotional problems, and many will turn to a doctor for help and support. I recommend reading this book as it contains the essential tools needed to overcome the challenges in life.
Alright, we are going to turn to our reading page. Page 24 is a very short chapter, and we will continue to the page.
Page 24.
24页哦。Loss of energy is a big loss of depression. So all about energy. Alright. 有吗？好。
Okay.
Can ready, Mr. Siu?
The loss of energy is the main cause of depression. The energy field of a normal person should have a positive energy of 100%. Babies are born pure and innocent with lots of positive energy, often shown through their laughter. So much positive energy that the baby's urine in some cultures is considered a healing power. As they grow up, they start to have worries of many life matters, encounter obstacles, and struggle internally. This leads to endless negative emotions. As a result of daily events, their mood fluctuates, causing a gradual loss of energy. Combine this with having a backlog year along with a weak energy field, and their pressure increases, so energy will drop even more drastically, which subsequently leads them to feel depressed. The effect of being depressed is not as simple as it seems. Being depressed is not confined to a particular race or gender and can affect anyone. Everyone needs to be self-protected. Postpartum depression is caused by the spiritual bond between the baby and the mother during pregnancy, making both mother and child inseparable. When the baby is born out of the womb, the energy field is also born out, causing a massive loss of maternal energy in the mother. Suddenly, the physical and mental situation has changed dramatically. Thus, the mother tends to be depressed. Some people can get through the gloom of postpartum depression easily. Some people have a long-lasting inability to improve or even worsen to a potentially fatal ending. This proves that depression produces a complex and multi-layered problem and is not just a literal meaning. Depression is self-inflicted. If the heart is not settled, one should feel sad and depressed, and they will drag others down with their depression. You should always wish yourself and others well in life. Try to achieve harmony and peace where each person can be successfully and have a good life. Most people with depression do not know they have it. In fact, most of the depression is self-inflicted. If you always try to be difficult and cause pain to others, based on the principle of action and reaction, you will inevitably experience many negative effects. Everything happens for a reason. You are responsible for your actions, therefore, there is nothing to complain about.
Page 27. The intrusion of depression is often unexpected. Depression is not distinct. It may be near and it could happen without warning. Sometimes you look healthy on the outside, but it is possible to have an unexpected factors happen at any time, generating various effects. causing your energy field to collapse and disintegrate overnight. It is important to follow every aspect of each degree to ensure that you do not generate any leak of energy in your life. Each degree stands for being a good human being. Constantly recognizing one's behaviors in the first signs of obsessive compulsive disorder. Past and present events will occur urgently and eventually get entangled, making it difficult to comprehend. Therefore, the soul is full with countless complex memories and data from the past and present lives. Sometimes you do not know the gap between the past and present is too big and think that your current actions are beneficial and various. As again, you constantly rationalize your behavior. This is the first sign of obsessive compulsive disorder. On the surface, you think you have solved the problem, but you did not, and you have not bridged the gap between the past and present.
You're right, thank you. I think I'm going to invite our overseas friends. Hi, we're going to invite our overseas friend from Malaysia, Zixin. Zixin is from Penang. Am I right? Zixin, you can on your video and on your mic, and it's time for sharing. Yes, welcome, Zixin. I'll pass the mic to you, Zixin.
Okay.
Hi, thank you.
Can you hear my voice?
Hi, voice.
Yes, Zixin is clear and loud. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Gratitude to Master Sun, gratitude to the universe, and also to the Super Life Secret Code family members. Hi everyone, my name is Lishin. I'm
My
from
name
Penang,
is
Malaysia.
from
Currently, I'm 23 years old, and I'm grateful to Rebecca for giving me this precious opportunity to share about my abundant gift after I learning Super Life Secret Code. So actually, 2029 was the year that I met Super Life Secret Code, and that year my parents actually gave me tickets to Tao Shi's course and also concert. So at that time, I agreed and just thought of it as an opportunity to relax after my final exams. Okay, but 2 months after I attending the curtain, I found that my life experienced a 360-degree transformation. Why I would say like this, because usually I will be very lazy. If I could sit, I would never stand. But suddenly I started exercise every day, and my parents were shocked, and my eating habits also changed. I stopped snacking mindlessly, and I also beginning to learn about nutrition and healthy recipes. So then my physical levels and also my posture, everything improved. So after that, I just thought of this transformation is not painful um, or very torturing, but the whole process is actually made me very happy. And during this journey, I also have a clearer direction in my heart that I wanted to be a dietitian, because I personally experienced how health bring happiness, and this nature of the job suits my personality. So first, this is the first I think a first gift, like, and also the biggest gift that I gain lah, which is I'm very certain with my future pathway. And the second gift is about my academics. And during my interviews, when I apply for my universities, my first choice actually happens sorry uh I interviewed for my second and third choice first, but at that time I think that the interview was not that smooth, because some interviewers were strict and I couldn't answer well. But during my first choice interview, I placed the book because of the sun, 因为有太阳 beside me, and the whole process flow went very smoothly, and I could answer the questions more confidently, because most things the questions they asked, I already prepared for it. So months later, when the results will be announced, actually my heart was quite calm and steady, because I told myself that no matter what is the outcome, everything would be the best arrangement. And every time I practice Singfa, I also visualize that I received the offer from my first choice lah. And then it's very grateful that this vision came true. I was accepted into my desire, my first choice university, which is UKM, the National of University in Malaysia. So it's ranked is second ranked in Malaysia and with 95% of government sponsorship lah. So and that time because I quite active in my university, so one day my professor asked me if I was interested in attending an offline program, AI program organized by the National University of Singapore, NUS, for 5 days. And that time after discussing my parents, I've also tried to join, although the field is not actually actually my strength because it is about AI. And then after that, I also passed the screening process and completed all the tasks. Thankfully, everything went smoothly, and I became one of the 3 representative and the only Chinese student selected to from my university. So I also received some allowance from the NUS, and the most magical part is the return date from Singapore matched perfectly with the 628 629 course. So it's begin like very meaningful ending lah for my university life. So throughout my university life, I've also made it onto dean list in every semester. This is not because I was smart or what, because of the blessings from 导师 and also the universe. Because I'm not the one that is very clever from my school, just that everything is about energy. Yeah, and the one of the gift I want to share is about my job. In June, I attended a job interview at Hospital A with my friend. Although I thought the interview seems fine, but after that, my friend got the offer. So at the first moment, I feel a bit disappointed, but I didn't complain, and I also didn't doubt about trauma. I also remembered 导师's teaching, so I quickly shift my mindset and avoiding negativity's thought. So I sent blessing to my friends, and I even texted her to congratulate her, to 营造 the environment lah, the positive environment. Then after that, I also continue to do 自工 tasks as usual. So after 1 month, I suddenly received a call from Hospital B to invite for inviting me to an interview. Then that time I quite surprised because previously I have sent more than 10 applications, so either full or no response. But only later I found out because the one of the employee from Hospital B resigned, so they opened up a vacancy. So when they reviewed the application, they remembered me and just contacted me. So during the interview, they asked me a question. What can you contribute to our hospital? So I shared about my previous experience in Chalma, because previously I did some public speaking and also planning some events in Chalma, and it's related to like community health, like 健康讲座 so which it can support hospitals community health event as well. So after during my sharing, I saw the interviewers' eyes light up lah. They also feel surprised and was interested in that. After 3 days, I got the good news that I passed the interview at Hospital B, and currently I officially become a clinical dietitian. Yeah, so this has been my long awaiting goals, because during my university life, I wish so much to become a dietitian and practice in hospital settings. So when I heard this good news, I was very gratitude lah, and also even more surprising when I talk to my friends who get the opportunity to work in Hospital A. surprisingly, the hospital B offers a better benefits and also salary, and is far more convenient, which is only 2 km far, 5 to 10 minutes uh, duration journey by car. So looking back, perhaps I thought perhaps Dao Shi and also Tiandi had arranged for all these. So we just uh, do the right things, and I think that because of this mindset and also the right knowledge, I think I I do a good choice that I didn't choose to complain, and I didn't doubt for all the child things, and I also follow all the arrangement, and I try to change my mindset to 营造 so human thinking actually is limited, but heavens and universe 导师 wisdom are infinite. Yeah, so when they want to give you something, it only takes 1 second. So the key is whether we can quickly adjust our mindset when challenges arise. So finally, I'm grateful that to share that just over this Monday, yeah, I officially graduated from my university with a distinction grades. So all glory returns to heaven, and I will continue to work hard and also shine brightly on this Super Life Secret Code dream stage. Yeah, so that's the end of my sharing. So I pass my mic to the MCs. Thank you.
Right. Typically, in fact, the journey, to some people may say that so smooth, but actually all this comes in from her own effort. As what she said, she could have chose to complain, she could have chose to stay in a very low state of energy, and she could be someone, if you could not manage your energy, may even ended up in feeling depressed, right? Because at a lot of people, a lot of young age, in today's society is very, very competitive, right? So then again, you see, she didn't get the first job, but the second job is even a better opportunity. Better salary, better benefit, nearer to home, and yes, you would do yes. Because she was the one who has actually experienced that personally as well. So you see, so there's always an arrangement that is actually planned out for us. Just that we do not know. Right. But then all these arrangements will only come in if we are able to glorify things in the right way. We are able to add value in the right way. So I was just so happy just now in this while we were doing reading, I just have this YouTube pop up from Master Sharing. It's an excerpt from his Gong Zuke. And it says here, okay, the true essence of supervised legal code system is not about competing or proving superiority, but about cultivating kindness and practicing sincerely to help oneself and others. So when things happen not along the way that we wish it would happen, as what Serene shared just now also, the card that she picked, tell us to compliment the other person. Because every time when in a very competitive environment, we will forget the other person's good. So when you try to use that 记得你的好, and then you embrace a situation, you'll be able to call out your level of gratefulness. So with that, that's how we mobilize our energy. So that's exactly how the steps master has taught us. But whether we are able to do that is actually our choice. Right? You can continue to sit there and whine and be angry with your friend and complain. Because of me, you get the interview, why you get the job, you get the job. Then good friends become no friends. And then you never know, maybe this friend is actually your life benefactor. Right? So that's why embracing the situation is always so important. When things happen, instead of complaining, be grateful first. There are sure ways for us to find things grateful instead of complaining for this situation. And universe always will compliment us on reason if we work hard to make things better for ourselves, to make things better for the world. And just now we read about this passage, it says here, right? We have to try to achieve harmony and peace where each person can be successful and have a good life. It sounds a very simple sentence, but it's actually very difficult to achieve. How to make every single soul on this earth be successful and have a good life, right? We cannot control other people's life, but we can control our own life. So that's exactly why we need to be genuine. We need to put in effort. Okay, and very importantly, we need to apply whatever we learn in theory into our real situation. That's where we are able to shine naturally in every aspect of our life. And that's where we can inspire more people, right? Like when Celine changed, her friends also changed, got more friends nowadays, right? When Amanda, because she changed, her parents also see her different. Right, so we look forward and hopefully we may see Amanda's parents coming to the December event as well. Right, because it's ready, because when she changed, they'll be curious. Then when they say, oh, I'm going to a December event, what event on December 1st? That is in Singapore, make it even easier for us to join. Of course, Master is going to Taiwan, but we're going to see and watch him live on our big screen at Jurong time. Right, Rebecca?
Yes, thank you. I want to share. Yeah, she is a dietitian and looking forward to her better future because we are in supervised food system. You know why she has success so much and so fast? Because she follow our master text on steps. So remember, it's really very important that it actually help us to improve our life and then even those who go for interviews, most of the time we actually get it authenticity and then we actually perform in our interviews too. And what Zixuan mentions, all about energy, 一切都是能量的反话. So this is the first time she's sharing in English, but doesn't look like a first time, like Serene. Yeah, she mentioned that she's the first time in sharing. It's very connected. I feel something that I actually can talk to her. I found her on Facebook. Yeah, because she's a dietitian and my daughter is a pharmacist in KK Hospital. So I'm a nurse in the operating theater. So we are well connected. We are having, maybe we have the same level. What Master always said, the frequency is the same. So we can well connected. And once I invited her, she said, sure, okay. She chose the date that she is available. Yeah, very grateful to people who share here because Master always said that don't need to trust him. We just get yourself to do experiment. So experiment, also what Eileen said that we don't promise people who are new here and different people are learning, they have different benefits from the system. So what is called supervised code, because it's a system, we have to follow our master step. So it's all written on the book. The book, we have to read it diligently and then do our step 1, 2, 3, and the homework that we have to practice. And daily, we have to watch a piece of it, practice on a piece of it in our normal life, in our daily life. So this helps us to 累积的质量. Why we need the 质量? Like what Zixuan says, even those we go interviews, we need this cultivations merit. So we are, Master always mentions that 关关难过关关过. If we face problems, we have our 质量, and we will just cross the step by trying through that a minute that universe wants to give to you. She mentions, 当天地要给就是那个1秒钟。当你不够得质量 that moment, you are trying to struggle very badly. Like last time before I come into supervise the code, what I mentioned to people, 走投无路. So universe is watching us. We do good that, like what Serene says, 宽以弟子严以待人. Always remember this thing, 弟子规严宽以待人. Yes. Wow. Mandarin is difficult. In a difficult way, but we still can break through the things that we can read through and then we can practice it. So in English, like Amanda can go and learn Mandarin, and she's a big angel. Yes. And then there is a host for Mandarin sessions. She wanted to come in to learn our English reading. Yeah. Yes, so we have a new reader joining us. Yeah, on December. I think.
Of course, we appreciate all the readers that we have, and we'll still continue to have one
video. Yes.
So we have more rotation, right? And of course, as now Rebecca mentioned about 14 homeworks, in fact, whatever the three Cheryl has mentioned today, actually already covers and revolves around the 14 homeworks. Our essential step 1, 2, 3, listening to master songs, recommended to listen 3 songs a day, because they are all energy lifting songs. Okay, and especially last Sunday, Gongsu Club, Master played the song from I really love this song. So if you feel that you still 还没有弄通，还在懵懵懂懂啊，go and listen this song. Keep listening, keep listening, keep listening until you have realization. And of course, as we keep emphasizing tonight, was of course, 弟子规 one chapter a day is very, very important. And our self-reflection every day, right? Are we doing better than yesterday? Alright, or what is it that we have done better today? What is it that today maybe there's some hiccups in your school, some hiccups in your workspace? Maybe you do some reflection, oh, I should have not said that certain sentence to the particular person, or I could have rephrased. So the art of speaking is very important, and the art of speaking actually what's most important comes first is the art of listening. Right? Many a times we realize that we want to talk, then we forgot we need to listen more. So the art of listening and the art of speaking is very important so that we will do more reflection. And very importantly is also letting go our ego. We are able to let go our ego, we can easily slow down. Many a times we are holding to some grudges. It's all because of our ego. So learn to let go our ego, and very importantly, we need to be humble. Alright, always be very humble. And just now, Zhi mentioned so much about Yintang, right? Yeah, even a mentor going to the parents' room after the class, she could have just go out with other people, go and shop around, go and eat, or go back to her room and sleep. But why she wants to go to the parents' room to do some unpacking together, right? That kind of bonding session is a kind of way of thinking down. Alright, that's the way that you can exchange your experience that day. And of course, practicing mind switching. Tonight we talk a lot about mind switching. It's very, very important. This is something that you can practice even without reading the book. Alright? So don't need to say, oh, I haven't finished reading the book, I cannot mind switch. You can mind switch anytime. The minute you walk out of this door, you can already practice mind switching. And of course, we need to we need to analyze all the things, uncover the truth. Okay, learn from our own experience, learn from other people's experience, and actually to do that, I tell you a secret. Read people's symptoms. Read people's journal. So that comes to the next important things that we need to do. We need to learn to record down a daily journal. Starting from 1 sentence to 2 sentences to 3 sentences. Not writing diary of the day what you eat, but doing a reflection of what you learn from your own experience or from someone else's experience. So learn to do a writing of a journal. If you find it difficult to do reflection on journal, try writing 3 things you have read before. Ever since Emmanuel joins the Sweetheart BT, he's been writing 3 things that he's grateful for every day in both English and Chinese. He started off by writing English, after he added on to write in Chinese. So you see, that's how we improve ourselves. And of course, reading the so-called secret codes book, you say, but every day still need to read the book, that is okay. Just go to the YouTube, subscribe to the so-called secret code channel. You can always listen to a master short lectures along the way when you're in MRT, you're waiting for bus, the toilet. Okay, you can always do it at any time you want, as long as your heart is here. Right? And of course, very importantly, keep coming back to our weekly group study and our important class on every Sunday, which is our group home silker. Or every time that we see master, every time master says, every week you look forward to one day, you look forward to Sunday. We too look forward to Sunday. Last time I look forward to Sunday because I get sick. Now I look forward to Sunday because I can come to the classroom, I can next day after. And of course, very importantly, like what the three Sharon has done today, is to share with others. This is actually really another 秘诀 in supervised circle. We need to share with others. So the more we share, the more we read. And when you realize that each time you want to share, you need to prepare, right? So when you want to prepare, that's when you start to have a lot of realization. You start to build a lot of something. Because you need to reflect, what have I learned? What have I gained in this 1 year? Then you start to realize that, oh, actually I've got a lot of gift. I keep telling people, but when you want to do sharing, you have to prepare. Then you realize that actually that's when you start to really hand down everything that you receive just because you say yes to yourself that year, that day, that month, that date, that you say yes to someone else. So all decision lies on each and every one of us. It's for us to grab every opportunity whenever we can. No one can force us. No one can force us to come to class. No one can force us to go to events. So it's really up to you. Okay, so for us over here, go back to MSL, we are still learning, sure. And that's where we are always still trying to at anytime ask us to share, we'll always be here. And for those who have not heard Rebecca's full story, you have a chance to hear her on stage on December 6th, happening in LTC in the afternoon at 2 o'clock. Come join us. We have our 爱与感恩分享会. If you want to have a blissful life, you want to get grateful of your blissful life, join us. We have amazing Cheryl line up on that day. We're very thankful to Ken and Joanne who is flying in all the way from Malaysia. This young couple, they had very challenging life before joining Supervised Youth, and now just because of they embracing whatever they have, really putting priority to supervise the code before their own career, before their own personal life, they have gained so much. So we look forward to hearing from them. And of course, what's most important is our December event. So shall we just show them our good video right now? Okay, wow, I actually prepared the video. So you realize that, hey, why today I didn't go to wrap up earlier? It's not because I want to go home earlier. It's because today is Thanksgiving Day. So Rebecca and I have prepared small treats for everyone. So we want to take a little bit of time after that so that we can spend some time bonding with each other for a good maybe 10-15 minutes before we wrap up for today. Alright, let's watch the video.
当天地共鸣，当宇宙展翼，光明降临，爱开始流动。这不仅是一场活动，而是一份宇宙能量的礼物。2025年，一场来自宇宙的祝福，将点亮你和我的生命，将爱与幸福播撒在人间。2025年，一场幸福满满的盛宴即将在台湾林口体育馆隆重展开，金运满人间，好运过好年。12月20、21日，太阳圣德导师冬季黄金音乐盛宴将在台湾林口体育馆隆重登场。现场将有太阳圣德导师一首首满载正能量的歌曲，搭配精彩绝伦的表演与温暖祝福，惊喜连连，感动满满。带着家人朋友一同来体验最幸福的年味盛宴吧。这不只是音乐会，而是一场幸福的约会，让爱流动，让笑声传递，让每个人都带走最美好的祝福。这是一份回忆，一份力量，更是一份爱的见证。一年只有一次，错过就要再等一年。这不仅是音乐盛宴，更是爱与智慧的交流。金运满人间，让我们一起把爱与幸福带回家。
去年参加真的好感动，
整个人满满能量，好幸福。
我带全家来，觉得这是一份最棒的礼物。
无数人因为这场盛宴而笑容绽放，无数家庭因此更加坦然。有人带着忧虑而来，却带着希望回去；有人带着疑惑而来，却找到幸福的方向。
这不只是当下的幸福，而是一份能量的延续。从这里出发，把光带回家，把爱传遍人间，把祝福送到世界的每一个角落。每一份祈愿都将被宇宙听见，每一颗心的愿望都将在金光中绽放。这是一场与宇宙对话的盛宴，更是一个爱的许愿池。让我们一起迎向一个更光明、更幸福的2026。金运满人间，好运过好年。音乐盛会的相聚是未来的起点，在这里我们播下幸福的种子，它将在更多的城市开花结果，照亮无数生命。
爱、音乐、祝福、能量一次满载而归，这将是您迎接2026最幸福的起点。携手家人朋友，一起见证奇迹，拥抱幸福。2025冬季黄金音乐盛宴，我在现场等您。
for the new year. If you have noticed this time around in this panel, you realize comparing to the previous panel, there's a lot of plans. So we have the volunteers behind who have actually said that. All right, let's take a wish together and light up endless years of happiness with love. The heart goes warm, smiles light up the world. 1,000 rays bring golden fortune, blessings justly fill our heart. That the happiness in the garden of fulfillment, family and friends spread sweet smiles. All things prosper, good luck flows that share a peaceful new year together. So we hope to see you all December 20th and 21st, either joining myself in Taiwan. Somebody is also going to Taiwan. Amy is also going to Taiwan. Yes, I'm going to Taiwan because I have not been to Linkou for the last 2 years. The last 2 years I've always been in Singapore. So this time round, I have a colleague that I need to go to Taiwan. So I'm going to go there and upgrade myself. And of course, doesn't mean you stay in Singapore, you cannot upgrade. You stay in Singapore, the more you can upgrade because you are filled with a group of high positive energy people joining us together at Jurong East. Very good, yeah, very good. So Uncle Ted and Roshi are very good. So for those who cannot join us at the East Line, you can actually log in online to actually listen at the comfort of your own phone. Alright, so with that, we'll take yes, we will wrap up slightly earlier with the virtual. Then we can have a bigger session, we can have a chat session. Let's enjoy a simple snacks that we have brought for everybody. Okay, and of course we see you all next week, same time, same place, as we already embark into the month of September. Alright, gratitude our Master Texan, gratitude to our Manchi-san, and gratitude to everyone, and gratitude to Zhi Xian for the great sharing. See you